That's what, 3 games into pre-season now. How are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's been great. Obviously, different games as well. That was a good test for us today against our championship team. And they were decent. They showed that as spells, but I thought the boys done really well. It's about getting minutes in the legs, and they certainly worked hard enough.
In terms of yourself, you arrived at the club with the 3 league games remaining. When you've got that such a short time frame, and obviously the club's ability to stay in League 2 was up for grabs, does that impact on how you start pre-season? Were you not able to start it as early as you would like in terms of the behind-the-scenes stuff?
Yeah, probably, because it went to the last game, our second last game, to know we were safe. So it was very much get to work as soon as I got the job. So we've done that. We've done really well the first 2 games, and that secured our safety. And then I could start to look at this season.
Obviously, the first man you brought in was Tom Orr. That was done before the end of the season.
Yep.
Was the need for a kind of out-and-out attacker, was that something that was quickly identified?
Yeah, absolutely. I think at League 2 level, I think if you've got a striker who can find the net, it gives you a chance. So it was priority. We obviously got it done early, which was great, gave me a bit of peace of mind. We've also added Ben Armour, who I think will contribute with goals as well. So yeah, I'm quite pleased in that area.
With all due respect to Stranraer, obviously not the richest club in League 2,
Yep.
but the issue with geography as well. How do you sell the club to a potential target?
I think the style of football we're going to play. Obviously, I speak to boys quite a lot and I understand what they want to go and achieve. And Stranraer's it's a great club for boys to come do well and progress. And I say that it's obviously a very young group I've got in there. And part of my role is to progress them and hopefully they can move on to bigger and better things. If that's the case, it'll be doing well for me. So yeah, it's a win-win.
In terms of obviously the players that are already at your disposal, I think only James Hilton, potentially Luke Watt, out of those that you were looking to retain have moved on. How big a boost is that obviously the players are buying into what you're trying to do?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there was 10 that I was really keen on bringing back. Luke and Jinky was a different situation, to be honest with you. The 10 that I wanted to keep at the club are here and they're back. And to be honest, I think they've hit the ground running. I wasn't overly pleased with the second half on Tuesday night. It's the first time they've not been outstanding, to be honest with you. So I can't grumble too much. I think they're buying into what I want to do, and hopefully we can see that.
You mentioned Tom Orr and Ben Armour. In terms of the other signings being made as well, obviously they're all going to have physical attributes. What do you look for in terms of a player to bring into the dressing room?
Yeah, a bit of both, to be honest. We've got lots of good technical footballers. I don't think they had that physicality, so bringing in the likes of Kyle Fleming, for example, obviously Mark McDonald, a big goalkeeper as well, I thought was important to give us that presence. So I've had to look at that side of the game as well. Given
the number of miles that are going to be covered, both home and away, it's vital that you've got that togetherness in the changing room.
Yeah, and I think we do. It's a really good group of players. I found that as soon as I came in. The response I got as a collective from everyone was absolutely brilliant. So I was keen to keep that as much as I can, and thankfully we have with the 10 players. And we've added a good mix of players to that as well.
You had the training session with the Ayrshire Warriors.
Yeah.
Is that as much fitness as it is kind of everyone getting to know one another and becoming kind of a big family?
Yeah, it was good fun. Well, certainly not for the boys, for myself and the staff. It was a good laugh. I've not laughed like that for a while, but it was demanding in the boys. But it was great just to get to know each other. They're doing a lot of work in pairs, etc. So it was maybe an opportunity for boys who don't travel together, etc., to get to know each other. So yeah, it was a good afternoon.
You look at pre-season as an assistant, as a player. How does it differ when you're the main man?
Yeah, it's certainly different. It's a great job for me. Obviously, I've never had what I think of the football club and the people at it. It's an exciting one for me. I know there's limitations in terms of budget and geography and things like that, but the group know that. We need to embrace it. We need to really stick together, and we've got good players. That we have got good footballers. So I don't see any reason why we can't start the season well.
Your first pre-season as a player must have been 2003, 2004 kind of time. How has it changed in the last 20 years or so?
It's changed a lot. I've been on record saying this. The boys come back really fit now, so it means you get the balls out quicker. I think they understand that now. If you come back in good shape, we can get the balls out. So yeah, it's been demanding. It was probably 5, maybe 6 really tough sessions for the boys. We were almost counting them down, but yeah, they got through it and we get through it safely. A wee bit disappointed. Cammy looks as if he's took a bad one today, so on the injury front it probably leaves us a bit short, so I'll need to get to work on that one.
You finished last season without an assistant manager. Tell us about Peter.
Yeah, Peter's been great. He's been out football at this level for a little bit of time, so I was keen to bring him in. I obviously took my time in assistant. It's important to me who I was going to get in, and they were going to believe the same things I believe. Peter was great. He's great with the boys, in particular the strikers. I'm going to lean on him heavily. I think if we can be good in that area of the park, then we've got a chance. And obviously he's had a fantastic career as a striker, so he'll help. For example, Ben Armour, Tam Orr, he'll help them massively. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Is that kind of the main attribute that he's going to bring? That obviously you want an assistant to complement you, but obviously strengthen as well. Strengthen
as well, of course. His main attribute will be with the players. Maybe speaking to them individually. I tend to do the speaking as a group, obviously, but I've seen him. He spent a bit of time with strikers. He's pulling people away individually. That's what the boys need. The majority of them are young lads, so yeah, they'll benefit a lot from that.
Take us through the signings that you've brought in and what you think they're going to bring to the club.
Obviously we spoke a little bit about Tam and Ben, and they're both physical. They both work incredibly hard for me. They're going to bring goals. I know that. I know it's been a slow start maybe for them in pre-season, but that is what it is. In terms of pre-season games, they're always very different. So I'm looking forward to seeing them too. We brought Cammy in. I thought Cammy done probably his best game today, and he's obviously come off with a bad one. I need to see how he is. But defensively he's been sound. He's a willing runner. They've got up and down for me, and I need my full-backs to do that in terms of how we're going to play. Ben Hughes, he's only 18-year-old. Ben could go and do anything he wants. I've spoke to him. He needs to get himself super fit. Technically he's great. He understands the game. I've looked to develop him as much as we can. Kyle Fleming has obviously been about League Two a little bit. You touched on it earlier in terms of the physicality in games. There'll be times when I need to use Kyle. It won't always be pretty. James is a little bit different in terms of he can carry the ball. I think we've got nice footballers who want to come to the ball and maybe bounce 1-2s, etc. But James is a little bit different, and he'll take the ball and carry the ball. And there'll be times this season we need that. Martin was one that I was keen to get a keeper in. I want to have a presence, set pieces, something I was aware for last season we didn't defend particularly well. In fact, the two goals we did lose were both from set plays. So he's been great. He's got a little niggle just now, but hopefully he can play a little bit Tuesday, and we should be back available for scouting.
It's fair to say football fans are impatient. How do you balance that, getting players in without rushing into just signing players? You want to make sure you get the right ones.
Yeah, you need to get the right ones. Yeah, you don't want to bring people in who are not going to make us better. I've set a challenge to the new players. They need to come and be better than what we already have. We need to do better than last season. We need to finish higher than 7th in the league. I'm not going to hide that. I've not had that from the players. I will be demanding of them. So yeah, they need to come in and make sure we're better this time.
More additions to come?
Hopefully. It's not easy. We need to probably, I'd like to add another 2. We've got 17 signed, 15 outfield players. Looks like we might lose Cammy for a bit now, so absolutely we are short a little bit. So probably 2 or 3 if I can.
Mentioned Cammy's injury, keeper's injury as well. Sean McIntosh missing today?
Sean's got a little strain, but he'll be okay for Tuesday, yeah.
Obviously last season, Stranraer had 4 players in on loan. Is that again a market you'll...
Yeah, absolutely. It's probably one I'm waiting on loan. I've inquired about a couple of players, but clubs tend to keep them for pre-season when they're on loan, so that might happen later in pre-season. There's a couple of areas I know I need to strengthen in.
Similarly, obviously, towards the end of last season, I appreciate the squad was tight, but there was a few reserves on the bench. Harry Mitchell got minutes,
yep.
Harry's moved on.
Yep.
But clearly the door is open if you're good enough and you're committed. And it is a commitment.
Of course,
travelling back and forth, but if you're good enough, committed.
Yeah, I had a good chat with Jenks when I first came in, and the door's open. It is. The boys have got an opportunity. Obviously, Harry was invited into pre-season. It's been well documented, but listen, the boy's got to look after himself. He's got an opportunity that he thinks is better for him, so there's no hard feelings on that one. I was pleased to get Andy on the pitch today. I've been aware, I don't know how many times the lad sat on the bench and he's not getting put on, so I was keen to do that, squad permitting. So yeah, I'm pleased for him. I hope he takes confidence and takes it into this season.
one more friendly, and then into the cup games. Did you see the cup games as an extension of pre-season, or are they worth a little bit more than that?
They're worth a lot more. Yeah, we're preparing for the Ross County game as our first game. I don't think we're in a position as a club to use them as pre-season games, to be honest with you. The boys, in terms of their pre-season, has been tailored towards Ross County, so everybody's well aware, that's when we need to be ready for. We'll play Tuesday, our last game, prepare Thursday for the Ross County game.
Obviously, we've had the weeks of pre-season, the build-up. Are you yourself excited, looking forward to your kind of first full season as manager?
Yeah, I can't wait. When I came in, it was very full on. I had a job to do, and it was just over 3 games. I was fully aware of that. So it was pretty much get to work. I've had more time to work with the players and get my message across in pre-season, and they've been excellent at taking it on. At times it can be a lot of information for them, so it might take a little bit of time, but they've been great. They've responded really well, and I think Ayr are a good side, but at times you saw some really good football today. I think they can be a wee bit more ruthless in the final third, and I said that to them. But these are things we can work on.
What can fans expect from Scott Agnew's Stranraer?
I think we'll get after teams. We'll try and win every game. I'm not one for trying to see out draws and things like that. I think I can promise you that if there's a chance of going and winning a game, we'll be chucking everything at it. But I think defensively we've been really sound. If I look at the goals we've lost, I don't think we've lost one from open play we have today, but it's probably a mistake from James, which he puts his hands up for. So I think our structure, I think the boys trust it a little bit. We're defensively sound, and the other side of it, boys will play better. The more minutes they get, the Joshie Walkers, Tam Orr, Ben Armour, good technical footballers, I'm not worried about them. When they get the ball, they can go and do what they do.
And the other side of it, what can the fans bring to help you, help the team?
Yeah, obviously I've said it quite a lot. The 2 home games were brilliant last season. And obviously I was aware that the attendances hadn't been as high as it was. But it's up to us. I've said that to the players as well. We need to put a product in the park. We need to fight for every ball. We need to work as hard as we possibly can. We need to show that we're good footballers and show intent in every game, and we will do that. They'll do that. They're a really good group. We've got absolutely no issues with anyone in there giving me their all. So yeah, I think we see that. All I can ask is you get along to the games, and then it's up to us from there.